Hi, and welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a summer transfer move to Arsenal. First of all, before we get into the transfer links today, got to say congratulations going out to Alexis Sanchez and well done to Chile as well. Champions again of South America. Chile won the Copa America last night, beating Argentina on penalties. And not only did Chile win the Copa America, but also Alexis Sanchez was voted MVP, as they say in America, or the player of the tournament. He won the Golden Ball. And you know what? We've got a truly world-class player in Alexis Sanchez. Let's not forget, sometimes we have a go at Arsene Wenger for players that he's signed, but this guy that he signed is truly world-class. We didn't really see the best of him last season because he came back a little injured, a little fatigued. Let's hope he gets a great rest and comes back, because he is a world-class player up against the likes of Messi, Aguero, everybody like that throughout South America, all the Brazilians, Neymar, etc. He's been, well, I don't think Neymar played in the tournament, but he's been named player of the tournament. Well done to Alexis Sanchez. Also, Mesut Ozil yesterday missing a penalty. Yeah, all the Tottenham fans jumped on it, started trolling, but hey, Messi missed the penalty as well yesterday, so what, is he no good as well? Anyway, listen, let's get into the transfer rumours. It's still all about Lacazette today. Lots of rumours still flying around about Alexandre Lacazette. Those rumours I told you about yesterday, where it's being reported that Arsene Wenger is going to be meeting with the representatives of Alexandre Lacazette. Lyon apparently want £45 million for him. Arsenal prepared now to go in for Lacazette. Will this deal get done? Is Lacazette good enough? Remember, yesterday I asked a question to you guys. Excuse me. Lacazette, I said, is he worth, you know, the sort of money we've been talking about, 40 million, 45 million? Do you think we should still go in for him even at that money? And that poll, a whopping 84% of you said yes, let's go and get Lacazette. That's massive. 84%. It was nothing near like that when I did the Vardy polls. So you guys definitely keen on Lacazette. There's another guy who played yesterday and scored for Belgium. Michy Batshuayi came on virtually. His first touch of the game was to score, put the ball in the back of the net. And I tweeted out yesterday and said his price has probably gone up another 10 million after that. He's being looked at the moment by West Ham. They're interested in him. They're sort of apparently turning their attentions away from Lacazette and looking at Batshuayi. What do you guys think of this guy? Listen, we only saw him briefly yesterday. One to score a goal, the other to stupidly get himself a yellow card. But he's very, very talented. And we're being told in a lot of the outlets today, I don't know if it's just because he scored a goal yesterday, but Arsenal seriously looking at Batshuayi again. He would be cheaper than Lacazette to get him away from Marseille. So Arsenal looking at Batshuayi. And on that, Lukaku was a bit of a frustrated figure yesterday. My brothers were saying to me yesterday, they go, on Lukaku, they're still unsure. They go, they don't know whether he's good enough or they don't know whether he's bad in it, you know, they just can't make their mind up with him, because one day he's brilliant and another day he's so frustrating. But Lukaku's still being linked with Arsenal. A player that won't be joining Arsenal by the looks of it is Henrik Mkhitaryan. He was heavily linked over the past few weeks. Then the revelation came out from his agent that he preferred to join Manchester United, and we're being told today via Sky Sports News that that deal will happen. It's going to be about 26.5 million. That Borussia Dortmund have admitted defeat. That's good money for them if they can get out for him. He's only got 1 year left on his deal. And Mkhitaryan will be joining Manchester United. Is that another snub for Arsenal? Because it seemed like Arsenal were very interested in signing Mkhitaryan. Interest was definitely there, but he's chosen to go to Manchester United, who he ain't even got. Remember, they haven't got Champions League football. They do have Mourinho, though, that attracts players. Is that another snub for Arsenal? Or did we really need... I remember all throughout it, lots of fans saying, listen, another midfielder. We don't need Henrik Mkhitaryan. Why are we getting him? We need a striker. Another striker we're linked with today, Vincent Janssen of AZ Alkmaar. He's 22 years of age. Arsenal have apparently entered the race to sign the Spurs target. Remember, Spurs have made a couple of bids for him already. Apparently... one for 10.5 and the other one for 12.5 euros. Both of those were rejected. Now, Vincent Janssen, interesting, from the Dutch league. That's why we're always a bit sceptical. But he did score 30 goals last season. And if you score that amount of goals, you're going to be up there with people looking at you, because that's a hell of a lot of goals. So Vincent Janssen being linked again today. And I thought I'd throw this one in, right? Quite controversially. What do you guys think of Hulk? Remember him? Hulk, yeah, he's been a bit quiet recently. But Hulk, the Brazilian, plays for Zenit St. Petersburg. He's now 29. He scored 21 goals last season. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Hulk at the moment is because I was reading today that he's been linked with a move to China. And, you know, they've got so much money over there at the moment that they're throwing away. Throwing around, right? And reportedly, there's a team out there that might be willing to pay up to 50 million euros to get Hulk over there to play in China. He did score 21 goals last season. Whilst he's been at Zenit, he's had a decent goal scoring record. Is he worth a punt? Worth a dabble? I don't know. I'm leaving it up to you guys. I'm not saying we should get him. I'm leaving it up to, I want to know. We're going to do a poll on this one. Would you have Hulk at Arsenal, or do you think his time has passed? Would you have him, yes or no? Vote and let me know. Let's get into a couple of your guys' messages from yesterday. Henley Oakland said Lacazette would be phenomenal for us, with him behind, with Ozil in behind him. Similar to Walcott, but he is a clinical finisher. Lacazette didn't make the France squad because he's too similar to Griezmann, whereas Giroud is an aerial threat, should I say. Makes some very good points there. That it could be true. Lacazette is very similar to Griezmann. And, of course, Giroud, we saw it yesterday with his assists for Griezmann's second goal. He's brilliant in the air, Giroud. Brilliant assist, by the way, by Giroud. Gunner Game Reviewer 22 says, we need to start building up players from the youth academy now instead of selling so many off to the lesser clubs. We need to develop players into stars and world-class players. Look at Manchester United, who have great youth products. We need to equal or better that. And that's a great point that he makes there. You know what? We all crave these brilliant names, exotic names from all these different countries. But if you can build great players through your youth academy, I mean, that's why I don't get the Man United thing, trying to get Zlatan for 1 year when you've got a guy like Rashford who's come through your ranks. You know, so that is a fantastic point that he makes there. And you know what, on that, I was thinking today, what I want to start doing is, if you guys have got a transfer target that you think we should get, or you've got want to say something on transfers, you can email me a short video. Send that in to me at arsenalfantv.com. A short video, no longer than about 10 seconds. If it's longer than that, we're not going to be able to use it. Just sort of saying who you are and who you think we should get, and, you know, just keep it brief. Send that in to me at arsenalfantv.com. And, you know, if we've got the good ones on it, we'll feature them on the show. Thanks for watching the show, and we'll be back around about the same time tomorrow.